I would like you to imagine your life as a blank canvas. I would like you to also imagine that this canvas is given value when you give your life meaning. So your life will actually feel like more yours and feel like something that is more of a treasure when you put more of a positive meaning on your life. So this is super interesting because basically what kind of meaning you give your life is the choices that you're going to make. So I'm going to give an example. Let's say someone looks at their life as a canvas and they put the meaning of their life as like a subject, right? So if they were to take a snapshot of their life as a painting, what would be the meaning on the top of the painting? So I guess some people might say that the meaning of their life might be their work or their job, relationships, harmony, happiness. So if it's helpful for you guys for who are visual learners, imagine that you have taken a snapshot of your life and put like a subject above it. And basically, this is kind of what your subconscious does when making choices. If you don't like the choices that you're making in your life, you don't know why you're making them, then this is an opportunity to change the meaning of your life, or basically the choices that you make are going to have to change because the underlying meaning is different. So this is also very helpful for people that have a hard time feeling good or nothing works to feel good. The same things that they may have done for years just doesn't have that spark anymore, and they're wondering why it doesn't. And it's because the meaning of their life has changed and they have different values. So some people are a little bit more aware of this than others, and that is totally okay. Your values will depend on the choices that you make. And sometimes staying to your values will be a sort of risk. Now, when I put it this way, it's kind of a little more exciting rather than a chore. People that view their life as having to do it do not stay true to their values, so therefore they don't have as much meaning. So your life is yours and it's your canvas. And so if you're a person that doesn't know why they don't feel good, it might be time to change and make different choices. It's also very helpful to ask yourself why you're making these choices and what needs you are getting out of these choices. So if you are working a 9-to-5 job, or maybe it's something as simple as babysitting every day, it's very helpful to find the positive meaning out of the 9-to-5 job, and also maybe the positive meaning behind babysitting. So if it's something that is super important to you, such as I feel maybe a sense of significance, and you notice that everything that you do is for significance. It might be something that is very interesting to you, maybe that you're not getting in your everyday life, so you have to consistently make up for it. Or it could be that it's just basically a value of yours. So if you find yourself that having to cope with life all the time, or not wanting to experience life, you kind of basically coping mechanisms are wanting to numb your feelings or your emotions because it's very painful to look at your reality. So if you're a person that maybe uses a lot of coping mechanisms, chances are the life that you're living you're not happy with, and you feel like you don't have an outlet or a way out. So the only way that you'll be able to make this change is to find a sense of belonging pretty much with everything that you do, and find a sense of meaning and significance with everything that you do. And this could be as small as getting up in the morning and picking out the clothes that you want to wear. If that's something that is a chore for you, then it could be a stepping stone to a more joyous life. But doing things for the positive meaning behind it is going to be super helpful. Also, finding a connection with yourself and finding the values that you have within yourself and adding it to your everyday life is going to be super important. If you're a person that struggles with depression or sadness, it usually means that there is an underlying issue. And it's very helpful to actually add in a sense of belonging or connection with this sadness or depression. So typically people that have a lifeline long of depression usually are surrounded with people that don't know how to love them correctly, and therefore they don't know how to love themselves. So if you're a person that is struggling a lot with feeling good or coping mechanisms, it's very helpful to find belonging in pretty much everything that you do, and this includes depression and the quote-unquote negative aspects. How can I add depression or sadness and make it belong within myself? And this is a very interesting aspect, but pretty much everything that we do is for belonging. If you ask yourself why you get up in the morning, or why you do your hair in the morning, or why you eat the foods that you do, or why you work out, it's to feel good so that you can feel lovable for other people. And when you can't meet those needs, this is where depression and anxiety starts to come up. So it's very helpful to find belonging in everything that you do. Now, this doesn't mean to be codependent with other people, but try to be a part of something else with everything that you do. So this will also help expand your mind a little bit more to be able to realize that you are a part of something that is much, much bigger than yourself. That means that this world that you're experiencing or get to be a part of cares about your happiness, cares about your joy, cares about your peace. So if you're a part of it, it's kind of like an animal being a part of a herd. If an animal is not happy within a group of other animals, it affects the rest of the herd, correct? So the same applies to human beings and how we are a part of something really, really big and wonderful. And to find belonging in pretty much all aspects of yourself. So if you're a person that has a hard time feeling good, apply that belonging to all things, such as, I feel sad today. How can I belong to other things that maybe help my sadness, such as maybe reaching out to other people that feel the same way, or maybe it is being present with that sadness or nurturing that sadness as a way of belonging. Belonging is pretty much being accepted with a wide variety of people or places. It is being accepted as itself and being loved for itself. When people feel loved and accepted the way that they are, they're much more loving, they're much more happier, they're much more peaceful, and the same applies to pretty much everything else. If a person is experiencing unhappiness, it usually means that all they really need is to be able to love themselves, to feel a sense of belonging with themselves and be okay with themselves, as well as feeling safe and secure and happy with others. So it might be really, really helpful if you're a person that feels like they always have to self-preservate, to find a different tribe of people or a group of people that accept you the way that you are, or maybe will help you find and love those flaws that you perceive about yourself and really embrace those about yourself. It's also super unhelpful to find what it is that you don't like within yourself, such as maybe you feel like you're too sensitive, or you feel like you're too maybe anxious, or relaxed, or you feel like maybe you don't fit in, or maybe that you just feel different, and help embrace those aspects within other people. If you be around people that also feel really socially awkward, or maybe um, they help other people find their power or their innate gifts. This will, when you help other people, you're also helping a part of yourself, because if you are belonging to a grand scheme of things, everything that you do affects you, and as well as the rest of the group. So this will also help finding a sense of belonging, to eventually help you come into feeling better and having a more life that is more meaningful and joyous. So thank you guys so much for watching, and